Hello, and welcome back to this channel. Today's gonna be an incredibly busy video because number one, today is part two of just filming today. The first video was kind of just preparing, going up to Lowe's, getting a lot of supplies, and just kind of doing more of a maintenance day in a way. So I will also say, today will be the most busiest day out of all of them. We will have a third video posting today, which is gonna be an informational plant tour, but today's, for the most part, is gonna be a planting and just a planting day. So, pretty much what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking out a lot of stuff in the beginning, and then I'll be planting a lot of stuff. First of all, I don't have a ton of soil that I can use currently, so I'm going to have to figure some stuff out really quickly. And yeah, so before we do go ahead and start today's video, please subscribe, hit the notification on all so you not miss our video, and please like this video. Let's go ahead and start today's video. So if you guys have been with the channel for quite some time and you really see me talking about the oregano and the fact how it was starting to die out, and I didn't really know why. So I was telling you guys, for the most part, the only thing that would really make sense is the fact that there was too much in that pot and the plant was slowly killing itself as those bigger plants grow out more roots. It's kind of just a war going on in the soil. So I want to show you the soil and see what I've been talking about. So you can see when you look through all of this, it's just serious amounts of just roots. Check that out. That is absolutely insane. So that's just what I was saying. When you are planting indoors, don't plant a ton in the same spot, in the same pot. That's something I've been really bad with, especially the last year, with just over planting in those pots. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get rid of that soil and that plant. So I'm just gonna kind of let it be there. I'm also gonna be taking out a few other plants too, because as the video goes by, I will be planting quite a lot of plants. So to be honest, as of right now, I have absolutely no clue what I'm gonna be planting. I don't have a ton of soil, so that's how much soil I have that I need to use. So the thing is, there's two options. Either I just use that and I just wait a few more days till my next shipment of soil comes in, or I can mix this together with some of this, and then I have a lot more soil to work with, and that way I can get a lot more plants planted. So before I do go ahead and start today's video, I really do want to talk about everything I got from Lowe's today. Okay, so I ended up getting a lot, but I will say, since I did my last thing, I ended up doing a ton more, and I actually ended up moving a lot of stuff off camera really quick. So a lot of the stuff is now over there. I actually mixed a lot of that soil with this, and I used the extra ending soil from the cucumbers, because the cucumbers kind of just didn't really grow their root structure that much. So I was able to kind of reuse that soil, and now I'm gonna put it towards that. And then over here, there's a lot going on over here. So I actually went to Lowe's this morning, and the main plan was to get a ton of flower seeds. Now obviously, I got a little more than flower seeds, and I also went to go get some glue for the fish tank thing. But looking at everything, I ended up getting a lot of flowers. I ended up getting onions, garlic, and garlic will be the very first time I'm growing that. I also got two different kinds. Well, they're both the same kind of strawberries. I was actually considering getting two different kinds, but I ended up getting that. So looking at it, I think I will have enough soil, so I'm gonna probably go ahead and plant the strawberries today. I have to think a little bit more what pot and how many things are actually growing, but yeah. So then we have a ton of seeds, but we just have a ton. We got pumpkins, just a huge assortment of stuff. I will probably talk about that later, either in today's video or other things. I ended up getting two different types of blueberry plants, so that'll be very interesting to see how those do. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and kind of move some stuff around really quickly, and yeah, we'll see how stuff does. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and like what I was saying a second ago, I'm gonna move some stuff around, but I'm also gonna look through all my seeds and see what I really do have, and see if I have anything that I really should start growing right now that will go outside eventually. So let me do that really quick, and I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Okay, so I completely decided what I will be planting today, and it is getting a lot later, so I'm gonna have to do this pretty quick. I'm not gonna do a ton. I'm gonna do both the strawberries, depending on what is already starting to grow. I'm also gonna do both my rosemary plants, and I'm also gonna be doing mustard. So, I misread that, lavender. Yeah, so there are still a lot of things I really should start growing too, so I'll probably do that tomorrow, but for the next week, there's gonna be a lot of videos of planting stuff, but for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing that, and then, yeah, that'll pretty much be today's video. I do need to do some more research on best ways to start germinating lavender, because I've tried multiple ways, and both ways do kind of seem a little bit more like, what should I do here, because I just keep doing stuff different. So let me do some research really quick, and I'll see you guys once I do that. Well, I just did probably a big oops, but I've actually tried doing this before, and it did do pretty good. You're supposed to really kind of put lavender in the refrigerator or freezer, or most likely refrigerator, for a few weeks before you actually plant them. And obviously, I don't really have a few weeks, so I'm gonna have to consider what to do with that, because either I could do that, or I'm just gonna plant the plant and see what happens. And I think I'll probably just plant the plant and just see what happens. So I do have a few things I might try. I think for 90% of everything I will be growing in today's video, except the strawberries. So I think I'm gonna go with rosemary and that type of design. And once it does start to grow, or wonder if I could put it, I might actually put it in like that type of a pot, put stuff over it, and then yeah, I might consider it. But other than that, it should do pretty good. Another thing I could probably do, which probably won't work, just I'm gonna look into it. There's a lot of methods I could use to germinate it, but I think this might be one of the best methods, because just I have a lot of control over how much water it is actually getting. And then I might try the rosemary off kind of with that, so I have a little bit more control, because once it does start germinating, I'm not going to transplant it, but the rosemary I will, and I'll probably put like 3 seedlings in each one, and that's actually exactly what I did with this, and it's actually worked insanely well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a second once I pretty much have the area set up. The first thing I really need to do is go ahead and open up these and really see how much I will, well, just to see how many are actually growing. If I can even get the package open. Just try to open up like this. And then, yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dump it on the table like how it is. And so far, it's looking pretty good. I have a little bit of some extra in there. And then, you know what? I'm just gonna do this bag first. All I'm gonna do is kind of just break it up a little bit easier. I might actually have to rinse it to hopefully get it a little bit better, because I probably should have seen the rubber band. No wonder why it's not coming apart. Okay, well, here we go. We got a pretty good batch right here. Okay, I might try to do some work with some of these. I might have to do a lot of work with to try and get to grow. That one has not had time to start yet, and there are a few possibilities that some of these just either haven't had time to grow or just started a little too early. And for the most part, hopefully a lot of these will go. Pretty much all of the ones that are already growing, I will put kind of a different way, and the other ones that, you know what, I'm just gonna plant them all and we'll see what happens. So we got a ton here. Is this just one? Okay, we got one right here, and then yeah, I think for the most part that is just one entire one. So that's kind of like the big boy of the package. Let's see if we have 10, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do the other package off camera. Okay, so all of these do look absolutely incredible. Now, I'm a little bit surprised, because look at the size of that root structure. That is just one plant right there. So I don't even know where I'm even gonna begin to plant that, but I'm gonna, yeah. So there is that. I'm actually really tempted to put these in the aquaponics instead of having them go outside. I'm just gonna let them grow in soil for a few weeks, and then depending on how they grow and how much they grow, I might put them in the aquaponics, I might put them outside, we'll kind of see how they do, or I might just let them grow inside in just soil for however long, but I just don't really think I'm going to be able to store this and kind of the plan I was originally hoping. So there is that, but that's incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and get the setup ready, and I'll see you guys in a second once that's ready. Well, I was going to do just all of them in that type of a pot, except that giant one, but even like the normal average one, I'm going to have to kind of bend it in order to have it go. So I think I'm just going to have to get some red cups. I'm going to have to get my drill, kind of drill some holes in those, and then I might do those later in this video or off camera, but for now I'm going to kind of move those to the side, and I'm going to start working on the other stuff like the rosemary and lavender. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do for this. I'm going to do the same exact thing how I usually germinate my strawberry seeds. I have all the seeds right there, so all I'm going to do is kind of just lay them out throughout the entire thing, and just keep this in mind. I'm not going to try to do it perfectly, because all of these will eventually be transplanted into more pots just designed for what I'm more looking for, and I can make sure that the seeds I'm actually moving around are actually going to do really, really well eventually. So I'm just gonna pretty much lay them around. That's kind of why I was saying earlier why I could pretty much just throw them out on like a normal tray like this or something, and just let that be. Now I'm going to do a very thin layer of soil on top, and I'm going to cover it up with just some kind of sheet to really help it keep all that humidity in there, and that will probably stay like that for about a week, and then everything will be transplanted to other pots. Well, I might let it grow. I'm going to let the cover be on top for about a week, and then I'll let it grow in those pots for about maybe a week to 2 weeks, and then by pretty much the middle of April or end of April, about May-ish, those should be ready. I probably should have started this about a month ago, but it's still, I hopefully will have enough time to still do this, but I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera really quick, and I'll show you guys in a second once it's all done. Alright, it is now ready, and all I really had to do now is just do a pretty good layer of just water on the bottom. I just need to put it under the grow lights, and then that'll start the amazing journey for growing this. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab the lavender, and I'll see you guys in a second once I have the space ready for the lavender. Alright, lavender is going to be the same way. I have a ton of seeds. I'm just going to sprinkle a ton throughout all of them. And yeah, so we'll just see how it grows. If it doesn't grow, then it doesn't grow, but at least we still learned that this method does not work, and I really should just refrigerate them before, a few weeks before I actually do use them. So it'll just be a fun lesson to see if these really do work, and if they don't, then just kind of what I was saying a second ago. So same thing with this. I'm going to go ahead and go grab the soil, put it on the top, and I'm going to just do all the plastic stuff, and I'll see you guys in a second. Alright, so all the grow lights have turned off except the middle row, but here's pretty much what's happened. I've done lavender and rosemary. Both of them will slowly start to look like this over the next 3 days, but hopefully after a few months they should slowly turn into that. But I think for the strawberries, I'm going to do the strawberries after I'm done filming just all these videos today. So this is sadly going to be the end of the video. So luckily tomorrow, hopefully all the strawberries should be planted, and I'll have a good design for those. And yeah, this is going to end the video. So if you guys like these types of videos, please subscribe, hit the bell notification on all so you not miss our video, and please like this video. This is going to end the video. So I really just want to thank you all so much for watching today's video and supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when we post next. Peace.